Laudetur Jesus Christus, praise be Jesus Christ. Welcome to the Sunday live broadcast of the Angelus on the 22nd Sunday in Ordinary Time. Pope Francis will soon lead us in praying the Angelus every Sunday and on special feast days at noon, Rome time. Pope Francis prays the Angelus from the window of his study in the Apostolic Palace, which overlooks St. Peter's Square. If you happen to be in Rome on a Sunday, all you need to do is arrive at least half an hour earlier before noon for you to clear the security. There are no tickets required for the Angelus. You just have to come. At the conclusion of the Angelus prayer, Pope Francis will give his apostolic blessing to all those in the square. This blessing extends to you wherever you are. My name is Father Paul Samasumo. I will do my best to bring you the live commentary and translation of the Holy Father's Angelus message in English. On behalf of Vatican Media, I would like to welcome all of you joining us in this live broadcast through television or radio, wherever you are in the world. A very special welcome to our television viewers and radio listeners of Catholic TV, Catholic Faith Network in the United States, EWTN TV, Shalom TV India, Shalom World TV, Salt and Light TV, Atmadarshan TV India, and Luminous Radio, also Radio Maria Papua New Guinea. We welcome those of you joining us through the various Vatican Media channels, as well as our other social media channels. You will find more detailed information about the Angelus of today and the appeals that the Holy Father usually makes at the end of the Angelus prayer. Do visit our website, vaticannews.va. Next month, the Universal Church is encouraging us to participate in events of this year's season of creation. The season of creation starts on 1st September, World Day of Prayer for the Care of Creation, and ends on 4th October, the feast of St. Francis of Assisi, who is the patron saint of ecology, beloved by many Christian denominations. All through the month of September around the world, Christians will be uniting to pray and take action for our common home, the earth. The initiative is characterized by prayers, events, reflections, and activities. This has been going on since 1989, when Christian leaders worldwide encouraged the faithful to participate in the season of creation. It is a time of grace that the Church, in its ecumenical dialogue, offers to humanity to renew its relationship with the Creator and with creation through celebration, conversion, and commitment together. Very soon, the Holy Father should be appearing at his window, the window of his study, to lead us into the Angelus prayer. Rather sunny day here in Rome. And there is the Holy Father, Pope Francis.
Cari fratelli e sorelle,
Dear brothers and sisters, buongiorno. The Gospel for today's liturgy shows a few scribes and Pharisees amazed by Jesus' attitude. They are scandalized because his disciples take food without first performing the traditional ritual ablutions. They think to themselves, this way of doing things is contrary to religious practice. We too might ask, why did Jesus and his disciples disregard these traditions? After all, they are not bad in themselves. They are good ritual habits, simple washing before taking food.
Ma perché Gesù non ci vada?
Why doesn't Jesus pay attention to them?
Perché per lui è importante
Because it is important for him
riportare
to
la
bring
fede al
faith
suo
back to
centro.
its center.
Nel Vangelo lo vediamo continuamente.
In the gospel, we see Jesus
Portare
always
la fede al
bringing the faith to the center.
ed evitare un rischio che
And to
vale
avoid
per
the
tutti i
risk
scrivi come per noi,
of the
osservare
religiosity
formalità
of
esterne,
appearance, which
mettendo in secondo
applies
piano il cuore
to
della
those scribes as it
fede.
does,
Noi tante
observing
volte
external formalities while
trucchiamo
putting
l'anima,
the heart of faith in second place. It is the risk of looking good on the outside.
La formalità esterna e non il cuore della fede. Questo è un rischio. È il rischio di una religiosità
It's a risk of
dell'apparenza,
religiosity of appearances,
apparire per bene
which
fuori,
applies
trascurando
observing
la
external
purificità del
formalities
cuore.
while putting the heart of faith in
C'è
second
sempre la
place.
tentazione di sistemare Dio con qualche
There is
devozione
always
esteriore.
the temptation to
Ma
fix
Gesù non si
God
accontenta
with
di
some
questo
external
culto.
devotion,
Gesù
but
non
Jesus
vuole
is not
esteriorità,
content with this worship.
vuole
He
una
does not
fede
want
che
outward
arrivi al
appearances.
cuore.
He wants a faith that reaches
Infatti,
the heart.
subito dopo
In fact,
richiama
immediately
la folla
afterwards, he
per dire
calls the
una
people
grande
back
verità.
to speak a great truth.
Non c'è nulla
There is
fuori
nothing
dell'uomo
outside a
che
man
entrando in
which,
lui
by
possa
going
renderlo
into him,
impuro.
can defile him.
Invece è dal
But
di
the
dentro
things
del
which
cuore
come out of a man
che nascono le
are
cose
what
cattive.
defile him.
Queste parole sono rivoluzionarie, perché nella mentalità di
These
allora
words are revolutionary because in the mindset of the times, it was thought that certain foods or external contacts would render one impure. Jesus reverses the perspective. What comes from outside does not harm, but rather what is born from within. Dear brothers and sisters, this concerns us too. We often think that evil comes mainly from outside, from the behavior of others, those who think badly of us, from society. How often we blame others, society, the world, for everything that happens to us. It is always the fault of others, of people, of those who govern, of bad luck, and so on. Problems always seem to come from outside. We spend our time distributing blame, but to spend blaming others is a waste of time. We become angry, bitter, and we keep God out of our heart. Like those people in the gospel who complain, get scandalized, who cause controversy, and do not welcome Jesus. One cannot truly be religious in complaining. Anger. Complaining is a poison. It brings us anger, resentment, and sadness, and closes the doors to God. Let us ask the Lord today to free us from blaming others. Like children who are always blaming others, the other one. Let us ask in prayer for the grace not to waste time polluting the world with complaints, because that is not Christian. Rather, Jesus invites us to look at life and the world from our hearts. If we look inside, we will find almost everything that we hate outside. And if we sincerely ask God to purify our hearts, then we will begin to make the world cleaner. Because there is an infallible way to overcome evil. Start by defeating evil within yourself. The first fathers of the church, the monks, would ask
Qual è la strada della santità?
What is the
Come devo
path to
cominciare?
sainthood? How should we start?
Il primo passo,
The
dicevo,
first
è
start
accusare
is
se stesso.
to start with
Accusa
oneself.
te stesso.
Accuse yourself.
L'accusazione dei noi stessi. Quanti di noi
How many of us
nella giornata, nel
in a
momento della
day,
giornata o della
during the
settimana,
day or in a week,
è capace di accusare se
are
stesso?
able to look at ourselves
Sì, questo mi ha fatto
and
quello,
accuse
quell'altro, l'altro,
ourselves
una
of what we have
barbarità.
done.
Ma
Take responsibility.
io faccio lo stesso. O io
I
la
also
faccio.
do the same.
È una saggezza imparare
It
a
is
accusare
wise
se stesso.
to look at ourselves.
Farla.
Try and do that sometimes. It
A
will
me fa
do you
bene
good.
quando
For me, it does
riesco a
me
farlo.
good.
Ma fa bene,
Whenever I
a tutti
can,
farà bene.
I'm sure I do good to
La Vergine
everyone.
Maria,
May the Virgin
che ha
Mary,
cambiato la
who
storia
changed
attraverso la
history
purezza del suo
through the
cuore,
purity of our
ci
heart,
aiuti a
help
purificare
us
i nostri,
purify ourselves,
superando anzitutto il
overcoming first of
vizio
all
di
the vice of
colpevolizzare
blaming
gli altri
others
e di
and
lamentarci di
complaining
tutto.
about everything.
Angelus Domini Nunciavit Maria.
And now the Angelus.
Ave Maria, grazia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ecce ancilla Domini.
Fiat mi secundum verbum tuum.
Ave Maria, grazia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Et verbum caro factum est.
Et habitavit in nobis.
Ave Maria, grazia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ora pro nobis, Santa Dei Genitrix.
Digne ficiamur promissionibus Christi.
Grazie a Tua, in questo Domine, mentibus nostris infunde, ut che angelo nunziante, Christi Fili Tui, incarnazione in coniovium, per passione meius et crucem, ad resurrezione gloriam perducamur, per Christum Dominum nostrum.
Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Pro fidelibus defuntis, requiem aeternam dona eis Domine.
Et lux perpetua luce Deis.
Requiescant in pace.
Amen.
Sit nomen Domini benedictum.
Ex hoc nunc et usque in saeculum.
Aiutorium nostrum in nomine Domini.
Qui fecit caelum et terram.
Benedicat vos, omnipotens Deus, Pater, et Filius, et Spiritus Sanctus. Amen.
The Angelus prayer and a blessing from the Holy Father to all of us. In your homes, in your car, at work, this blessing attends to you. Dear brothers and sisters,
Seguo con grande preoccupazione
I've been following with a lot of worry the situation in Afghanistan,
alla sofferenza
and I am close to the people and their suffering,
che hanno perso
the
la
people
vita negli attacchi
who lost
suicidi
their lives.
avvenuti giovedì
I'm sure you
scorso,
remember that on the
e di
26th
coloro
of
che
August,
cercano aiuto e
a suicide bomber detonated a bomb
chiedo la misericordia
during the
di Dio
evacuation from
Onnipotente, i defunti,
Afghanistan. And the Holy Father
chi
is
si sta
praying for all
adoperando
those
per
who are
aiutare
suffering,
quella popolazione
and He is grateful
provata,
to all those who are
in
helping
particolare
a
le donne,
population
i
that has
bambini.
suffered a lot, especially women and
Chiedo a
children.
tutti
I ask
di
all of you
continuare ad
to
assistere
continue
i
to
bisognosi,
help those who are
da
in
pregare
need,
perché il dialogo e
and
la
to pray that
solidarietà
dialogue and solidarity
portino a stabilire una
will bring
convivenza pacifica e fraterna.
stability and
Io offro
for the
speranza
people to be able to live
per
together.
il futuro
And I offer my
del
hope
Paese.
for the future of the country.
In momenti storici
In historical
questo,
moments like this one we are living,
non possiamo rimanere indifferenti.
we cannot remain indifferent.
La storia della Chiesa ci
The
lo insegna.
story of the church teaches us
Come
that,
cristiani,
like as Christians,
questa situazione
this
ci impegna
situation makes us also concerned.
Questo rivolgo un appello a
I
tutti
therefore appeal to all
a intensificare la
to
preghiera e a
intensify
praticare
prayer
digiuno.
and also
Preghiera,
fasting,
digiuno, preghiera e
praying and
penitenza.
fasting and
Questo è il momento
penitence.
di farlo.
This is the moment to pray and to fast, and I'm speaking seriously.
Intensificare la preghiera
Please
e
intensify
praticare
your
digiuno,
prayers and
chiedendo al
fasting,
Signore
asking the
misericordia
Lord
e perdono.
to have mercy and to forgive us.
Sono vicino alla popolazione
I'm also
venezuelano
close to the people in
colpita nei giorni
Venezuela,
scorsi da inondazioni e frane.
people who have been
Prego per i
affected by
defunti, i
the
loro
floods,
familiari,
those who have lost
per
their
quanto
lives,
soffrono a
and
causa di
families,
questa calamità.
and all those who are suffering because of the calamity.
Rivolgo un cordiale saluto ai membri del movimento Laudato Si.
I would like to
Grazie per
greet
il vostro
all
impegno
members of
per la
the
nostra casa
Laudato
comune,
Si, those who
particolarmente
are
in occasione
taking
della giornata mondiale
responsibility
di preghiera per il creato
for
e
our
del
home,
successivo tempo del creato.
and the Holy
Il
Father
grido
making
della
reference
terra e il
there to the
grido dei
season
poveri stanno
of
diventando sempre
creation.
più gravi e allarmanti e richiedono un'azione decisiva
The earth
urgente
needs a
per
decisive
trasformare
action
questa crisi
so that
in un'opportunità.
this crisis can be turned into an
Saluto tutti
opportunity.
voi,
I greet all of
romani e
you,
pellegrini di vari
pilgrims
paesi.
from various
Particolare
countries,
saluto il gruppo di
Rome,
novizi salesiani
novices, Salesian novices,
e la comunità del seminario vescovili de Caltanissetta.
other communities who are in the square, the Holy Father greeting the pilgrims who are here. After making an ardent appeal, asking us to appeal to fast and pray for Afghanistan.
I ragazzi della Cresima di Osio Sotto,
And you can see
i giovani
the
di
various
Malta che
pilgrims
compiono
there
l'itinerario
in
vocazionale,
the square.
quelli che hanno fatto un cammino francescano da Gubbio a Roma e quelli che iniziano una via Lucis con i
And there are
poveri
some who have
nelle
walked
situazioni
from
di
Gubbio
stazione
to Roma,
ferroviaria.
some Franciscans. The Holy Father greeting them all.
Un saluto speciale rivolgo ai fedeli radunati presso il santuario di Europa per la festa dell'incoronazione dell'effigie della Madonna Nera. La Vergine Santa accompagna
The
il
Black
cammino
Madonna
del
also,
popolo di
may
Dio
she accompany
della
all the
santità.
people towards sainthood.
E a tutti
To all,
auguro una buona
I wish
domenica.
a lovely Sunday.
Per favore,
Please
non dimenticate
do not
di pregare
forget
per
to
me.
pray for me.
Buon pranzo
Enjoy
e
your lunch
arrivederci.
and arrivederci. And that's the Angelus for today. As I say, the Holy Father making a special appeal there, asking us all wherever you are to pray and to make acts of penance and to fast for Afghanistan. Also remembering in a special way the people of Venezuela. That brings us to the end of the Angelus on this second Sunday, 22nd Sunday in Ordinary Time. My name is Father Paul Samasumo. On behalf of Vatican Media, thank you for joining Pope Francis in praying the Angelus. Special thanks to our viewers and listeners of Catholic TV, Catholic Faith Network, EWTN TV, Shalom TV India, Shalom World TV, Salt and Light TV, Atma Darshan TV India, Luminous Radio, and Radio Papua New Guinea. Remember, on our website, vaticannews.va, you will find more detailed information about the Angelus of today, details about the appeals that Pope Francis has just made. Enjoy the rest of your day. Laudato Jesus Christus. Praise be Jesus Christ.